Chapter 8. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. And found. The discovery in the cabin has shaken up the whole case, but Chief Walsh has another surprise in store. Now, what does he have? Let's find out. In the Veil of Secrets. Agent Michael Kim. I want to make sure I'm getting this straight. You and Deputy Silverhawk found Kate O'Malley in the basement of a cabin by Crescent Lake? Yes, she'd been heavily sedated. My guess is the kidnapper wanted to keep her docile. Allegedly. If you insist. I wonder if this FBI agent is like trying to protect somebody too. He's giving me I work for them too vibes. It seems like the story should end there, doesn't it? The missing bride returned? It might seem that way, but getting Kate back was just the beginning. Dun, dun, dun. The Veil of Secrets. Alright. Oh. You sit in a small, nondescript room in Birchport's only hospital. Kate lies safely in the hospital bed, asleep. You sit beside her, holding her hand. You can't help but shudder, imagining what she must have endured. Oh, Katie Bear! Her skin is waxy and gray, and there are dark circles under her eyes. Her nails are broken, her face bruised. Flynn, oh, there you go, Flynn. Flynn sits next to you, his expression haunted. A doctor enters, carrying a clipboard. You turn to her, eager for information. Hello, I'm Dr. Nadia Sotonij. I've been heading up Kate's care. Are you Miss O'Malley's next of kin? What in the world? I am. I'm her brother. Anything you say to me, you can say to Jamario. The doctor glances back and forth between you and then nods. We've done a full assessment of her condition. And? She's stable, with no signs of major physical trauma. She's been through quite an ordeal, but she should recover fully. Flynn lets out a sigh of relief, and you feel a tight knot of tension in your stomach slowly unwind. Is there anything specific you'd like to know? Ooh, okay, tell me. Oh, trigger warning. Is there any signs of SA? What about the bruises? How quickly will she recover? Was she drugged? I'm more concerned about where the bruises came from and was she drugged? You know? I'm gonna say, was she drugged? Yes, we found traces of an unknown sedative in her system, likely a custom drug cocktail. The base was identified as ketamine. Let me write that down. Ketamine? That's what our analysis shows, yes. It was likely injected at regular intervals. Whoever did so to have at least some rudimentary medical knowledge. Okay. Did any of them go to medical school? Grant is... Oh, wait! Grant! Hold up. Hold on. Didn't Grant say that he went to medical school at first or something like that? And then went into criminal law? Dun dun dun. Hold up. Grant said he went to medical school. I can't believe someone put that crap in her. Yeah, he said he wanted to do medicine. Oh. Oh, we get to ask some more questions. What about the bruises? They look ugly. What could have caused them? They're likely the result of falls or bumps while she was being forcibly moved. They should heal in a week or two. Okay. Okay, tell me, how quickly will she recover? She's dehydrated, slightly nutrient deficient, but she's ought to recover quickly now that she's under our care. Physically, anyway. Yes, the psychological toll of her experience is harder to predict. Aw, man, I didn't want to ask this question, but... Flynn clenches his jaw, hands tightening into fists. We've examined Miss O'Malley closely, and there are no signs. Cool, no signs of SA. Thank God. Anything else I can answer for you? When will she be able to tell us who did this? It could be a matter of hours, theoretically, but even after she regains her faculties, she may not be able to provide that information. What do you mean? Ketamine has been known to cause memory loss and disorientation, combined with the psychological trauma of the last several days. I think you should prepare for the possibility that she won't be able to remember the details of the event. I know how eager you are for answers, but pressuring her won't bring them to light faster. Dang. If you have any more questions, please let me know. The doctor leaves. Flynn bends over Kate, kissing her forehead lightly, and whispers to her, I'm so glad we found you, sis. If something had happened to you, I don't know how I'd... Flynn chokes up and turns away. You squeeze his good shoulder reassuringly, then step outside to give him some privacy. Oh, Naomi is guarding the door. Nice. I'm glad they have somebody guarding the door because, you know, people would run up in the hospital, take them out. But that's if they were really, really after Kate. Has she woken up? Not yet. But the doctor says she hasn't sustained any serious injuries, and there's no sign of assault. You must be relieved. More than you can imagine. Though it sounds like she was drugged pretty much continuously, they're not sure she'll remember anything. Still, this is a huge win. Even Walsh will have to follow up on this. And I promise you, I will personally tear this town apart to find whoever did it. Thanks, Naomi. That means a lot. How are you feeling? This is a lot to process. I still feel worried. 'Cause... I still feel worried. Because that cop guy, he might not do the best thing. And he already put out a missing persons... No, he didn't. No, he put out... Didn't he put out a warrant for her arrest or something like that? And now they got her. I don't know if he's gonna be a douchebag and be like, oh, arrest that woman who killed Tanner because she's alive. And it's just like, bro, please. And then she might not remember what happened. So it's like, dang. So I'm gonna say worried. This wasn't the work of some amateur. Whoever did this is still out there. Yeah, and then, you know, the Sterlings, if they're the ones that did it, they're working with the cops. So if they just want her gone, like, that's jacked up. We rescued Kate, but I don't think this is over. And now we've gone and slapped massive targets on our own backs. Yeah, like... I'll keep you safe, Jamario. That's a promise. The two of you stand there in silence, each lost in your own thoughts. A few minutes later, Flynn appears in the doorway. Kate's awake! Already? That's fantastic! I gave her a quick rundown on what happened and she wants to see you both. You head back into the hospital room. Kate still looks groggy, but she's awake and sitting up. She reaches her hand out to the both of you. You and Naomi each take one. My rescuers! Oh, she looks a mess. They didn't clean her up, like, dang. Katie Bear, it is so good to see you. Nice to meet you, Miss O'Malley. How did you find me? Okay. Flynn deserves most of the credit. Naomi found the cabin. I got a good lead. All of them are true, but who do we give the credit to? Maybe we should give it to Flynn. Because he's the one that got the information out of the frat guy. So let's give it to Flynn. He blushes, looking away. Nah. Don't let him pull this whole modest act. He was relentless. From the minute you went missing, he never stopped looking for you. He refused to give up despite the strong advice of our police chief. I hope Flynn didn't have nothing to do with it. I mean, I don't think he did, but you never know in this game. Well, I always knew I had the best brother ever. All of you. She reaches out for Flynn. He takes a step closer, giving her hand a comforting squeeze. You saved my life. I don't even know how to thank you. There is no way to thank you. Don't thank us until we find that B word who did this. There's no way we're letting him get away with what he did to you. I'm getting messy. Okay. Speaking of, do you remember anything about your kidnapper? Kate lays back on the bed, squeezing her eyes shut tight in an effort to concentrate. It was a man. Do you remember what he looked like? Any details? No. No! He had a mask on, I think, but it was weird, like a red demon or something. It was terrifying. She cringes, obviously shaken by the memory. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it. No, I want to. I have to. It's just that nothing's really clear. I have a few images, but it's like trying to remember a dream. That's because of the drugs he injected you with. In the basement, he would bring me food. I remember TV dinners and soda. I can picture the cellar, but it's blurry too. I couldn't stay awake like I wanted to. Sometimes I wasn't sure whether I was awake or dreaming. I think I tried to escape, but that might have been a dream too. Kate's eyes suddenly go wide. Wait, there was a knife. I'm sure that was real. A knife? It was hidden in the basement under the mattress. I tried. Her voice breaks and tears start rolling down her cheeks. Oh God, I think I tried to stab him with it. Did you succeed? I don't think so. It was heavy. I don't think I even managed to really lift my arm. But still, I tried to stab a man. I'm horrible. Oh, she definitely couldn't have killed Tanner. She did not kill Tanner. Kate, it's okay. You didn't do it or he deserved it, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't, like, I don't want to tell her she didn't, but it might make her feel better. She ain't do it, yeah. You were drugged, not in your right mind, and besides, you didn't manage to follow through with it. Whatever happened while you were in the basement, whatever you did not need to feel guilty about it. I guess it's just so muddled in my head. I can't even tell for sure what happened, what I just imagined. Suddenly, Kate bolts upright. Oh my god, the wedding. I forgot about my own wedding. Who does that? But where's Tanner? Didn't he want to find me? He didn't, you know, he was like, she's embarrassing me. Kate, the thing is, I would not break this news to her right now. She falls back, tears welling up in her eyes. Did he even bother to look for me, or is he with another woman already? Oh my. Flynn pulls you aside so Kate can't hear. What do we tell her? I don't know. She's gone through so much already. She's so fragile. She's still so fragile. Hearing about his murder could break her. You're right. That particular news item can wait. You return to Kate's bedside. She swallows hard and bites at one corner of her lip anxiously. Listen, I don't know if you guys know, but Tanner has been cheating on me. You're certain of this? I mean, not certain, but I suspect it. It's how the kidnapper lured me away from the wedding. She squints, her eyes close again, dredging up the memory. Hold up. If she was led away because of, like, she wanted more information about him cheating, Scarlett's the only person that saw her on the phone. Scarlett was talking about how she felt like she had a chance up until the wedding. I was in the dressing room and I got a text from an unknown number. The person said they had proof Tanner was cheating, that I should meet them outside. I couldn't help it. I ran out there right away, didn't even stop to change my outfit, change my gown, and then he grabbed me, pressed something over my mouth, everything went blurry, and the next thing I remember is the cabin. That couldn't have been Grant because he was sitting next to us. I'm so sorry, Kate. That sounds terrifying. Kate pulls the covers up to her chin and sighs heavily. You can almost see the light fading from her eyes. I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. Her eyelids start to flutter. Flynn squeezes Kate's shoulder gently, then turns to go. You and Naomi follow. Just as you reach the door, Kate clears her throat. Actually, Jamaro, could you stay? There's something I want to talk about with you. This is a chance to reconnect with Kate and learn what's happened in the years since you two last saw each other. 20. Anything you want, Kate. Or you should probably rest. We gonna get all the tea. We gonna get all the tea. We gonna get all the tea. Once the others leave, you sit down in a chair close to the bed. I know I've said this already, but it's just so good to see you awake, and I mean, for a while I thought maybe. You shake your head, unable to finish the sentence. Well, I'm not. I'm here with you. Which I still can't quite wrap my head around. I was supposed to be on my honeymoon right now, throwing back a tequila shot. Were you guys going to Mexico? No, Switzerland. I just love tequila shots. You laugh despite yourself. Please never change, Kate. Pretty sure I couldn't even if I tried. What about you, Jamario? It's been so long. Well, have you changed? I'm still the same old college Jamario, or I'm a different person now. We can say I'm a different person now since we've grown, right? Different how? I can't put my finger on it exactly. Living in the city, working full-time, the cases I've seen, it's all had an effect. That must be why you look so serious and smart and impressive. She scoots over to the edge of the bed, a devilish grin on her face. So, is there anyone special? Maybe a wedding invitation from you sometime soon? Now, why always gotta be about that? That's a hard no. My love life has been basically non-existent for the last 6 months. Except, you know, until we got here and was flirting with everybody. I might be working a bit too much. You mean slaying? Did she really just... Okay. You'll find someone when you're ready. Kate takes a sip of water. Her eyes linger on the ring on her finger. The wedding's off, isn't it? You glance away guiltily. I think so, yeah. Kate lets out a long, exhausted sigh. You know what's weird? I know I should be devastated, but there's a part of me that's relieved. Really? I mean, I love Tanner. He makes me happy, but sometimes I feel like I love the idea of Tanner more than I love Tanner himself, you know? What do you mean? Before meeting Tanner, I had some rocky relationships. I dated this one guy who turned out to be involved with a biker gang. Oh my. The nice older gal who split town the second I got serious. Oh, this nice older gal who split town the second I got serious. Oh, and 2 different guys who turned out to be married. That doesn't sound like the best stretch. Seriously, after all that, Tanner felt so good. Like, I finally found my prince. For a while, it was magical. And then it seemed like a switch flipped. Like there was suddenly more bad than good. We fought all the time. One of us would get jealous. It was like we both knew it wasn't working, but neither of us had the guts to leave. I know exactly what you mean. Part of me always knew he'd cheat on me. I think maybe I'm just someone that people leave. Oh, that's not true. What about Flynn? But she might say he left me and went to prison. So we'll say Flynn because that's her brother. He would take on the world for you and probably win. That's my big brother. But things have been different since he got out of prison. Like, there's a wall he doesn't want to let me climb over. He's ashamed, Kate. I don't think he can stand the idea of you losing respect for him, so he pushes you away instead. I would never judge him. I love him. I know that. I just think he can't stop judging himself. Okay, therapy. She takes a deep breath and wipes her eyes. Enough heavy stuff, right? Let's talk about something fun. Like what? Like what you're going to do for the rest of your stay in town. Honestly, I hadn't even thought that far ahead. Regardless of what I do, I'll probably hear more sex stories from Miss Harlanay. Those seem unavoidable. Oh my god. She's a hoot, right? Did she tell you about her threesome in a submarine? No. I genuinely can't tell if you're joking. Is there anybody you're hoping to spend more time with? Okay, alright. So we can talk about spending time with Flynn. I don't really care about spending time with Flynn. Grant, Naomi, or just you? I'm gonna say his friend. We've spent the least amount of time with her. Right, we just found her. Seriously? Absolutely. I just wish I'd done it sooner. Kate's eyes go filmy. She blinks rapidly, trying to keep back the tears. You're too good for me, Jamario. Other way around. Her eyes meet yours, open, earnest. Jamario, did you ever wonder why we never... Actually, never mind, forget I said anything. Is she about to say, well, we never dated? Okay. I do have a demand though. If you're really just here for me, we're totally binging the last season of America's Most Eligible once I get out of here. Deal. Aww. An hour goes by, the two of you laughing over old memories, catching up on the time apart. Soon, though, Kate's eyelids begin to flutter. I think it's time for me to go and for you to go to sleep. Maybe you're right. She leans back on the pillow. I should kiss her forehead or squeeze her hand. I'm gonna squeeze her hand because sis is dirty and, you know, she got all this mud on her and child. I'm gonna squeeze your hand. You gently squeeze her hand. She squeezes back weakly. Will you be here later? It's a promise. You stayed and bonded with Kate. Yay, BFFs. You head to the waiting area. Flynn and Naomi are both there. Oh my gosh, this music. How'd it go? Really good, actually. She's sad, obviously, and confused, but she's still the same old Kate underneath it all. Did you tell her about Tanner? No, I couldn't do that to her. Not yet. Not like this. I should probably head back to the station and bring Walsh up to speed. He's going to have a lot of questions. Good plan. I'll head back to the cabin to see if there are any clues you guys missed. He better not go back there by himself. Clearly a guy is shacked up there with all this evidence. Like, seriously? No you won't. I called this in, remember? The force is probably crawling all over that place by now, or they're cleaning it up. All the more reason for me to get down there. He takes a step, then winces in pain. Wait, have you not had any of that looked at yet? We have more important things to worry about, bro, please. Alright, but now that we know Kate's okay, you should deal with it. You're already in the hospital, for Christ's sake. Fine, fine, just to get you off my back though. Oh wow. Naomi leaves and Flynn heads up to the intake desk. A few minutes later, a nurse ushers him down the hallway to an exam room. You're about to head out yourself when Grant comes around the corner. Jamario, I got your text. Grant, thanks so much for coming. How's Kate? She's pretty shaken up, obviously, but the doctors say she's gonna be okay. That's fantastic. She's resting now. Maybe you should come back for a visit later? Works for me. I'd rather show up bearing flowers anyway. Always the gentleman. What can I say? I was brought up right. Well, now that I have the next couple of hours free, do you want to kill some time with me? Old Town's just around the corner. I could really use a break. Sure. It's a date or I need to pick up some flowers too. Should we make it a date? It's a date, I guess. This day just gets better and better. He holds his hand out and you take it, interlacing your fingers with his. Aww. For both of us. Grant leads you a few blocks away to a charming old-fashioned main street. The two of you stroll past quaint shops. The lampposts are all decorated with bowls of fresh flowers. This place is adorable. It's my favorite part of Birchport. Really? But your house is, well, basically the exact opposite of all this. I actually admire the architecture. It's not what I want to live in, but that doesn't mean it's not beautiful. But the main draw for me is the community. All these stores have been here for generations. All the families that own them know each other. They look out for each other. When I spend time down here, it feels like I'm part of something bigger. I know what you mean. There are some Brooklyn neighborhoods just like this. Let me just download it. Alright. I once wrote about a family run-in bodega that burned down, and the neighborhood all pitched in to help them rebuild. Sounds like New York isn't different from a small town after all. Grant stops outside a candy-striped awning labeled Putnam's Taffy. Wait, an entire shop just for taffy? Seriously? Saltwater taffy is something we take very seriously around these parts, I'll have you know. But it's not for tourists, or why aren't we eating it yet? I'll say it's not for tourists. And what exactly are you? An extremely savvy visitor. I'm sure you already know that the tourists all come here because it's the absolute best taffy on the Cape. I'll believe it when I see it. Ooh. You enter the shop and gape at the barrel full of taffy, each piece rolled into a square of wax paper and twisted at the ends. There's taffy in every color of the rainbow, from banana yellow to raspberry red. Oh, awesome, they're making some now. You follow his gaze to where a young woman in gloves and a black and white checkerboard apron stands. She feeds globs of pink taffy onto a pair of rotating spindles which stretch and pull it. That is absolutely mesmerizing. Seriously, who needs meditation when you have taffy pulling? But more importantly, which flavor do you want to try? We gon' try green apple taffy. You like something with a little bite to it, huh? What can I say? Oh dang, I should have said chocolate. I'm super edgy, at least when it comes to taffy. The two of you fish out the taffies you won, dropping them into wax paper bags. My treat. Always a gentleman, huh? Like I said, raised right. You take your bags of taffy and stroll along the main street, enjoying the way the sweet, chewy candy mingles with briny scent of the ocean air. It's so peaceful right now, it's hard to wrap your head around the fact that this place is hiding someone so dangerous. I'm guessing that means Kate wasn't able to ID him. Nope, all we know is that it's a man. And that he's still out there somewhere, out here somewhere. The wind off the ocean picks up, and you shudder at the sudden chill. How's Scarlett? Not awesome. She's a wreck about Tanner. I'm so sorry, Grant. It's hard to watch people you love in so much pain. You reach for his hand again and squeeze it. Could it have been two people? Possibly. I think whoever did this to her is working with someone else. Cause like for me, I'm a little suspicious of Grant for some reason. Cause I'm like, he has all of the information to tell someone how to get away with murder. And he's, you know, we've been chilling with him and stuff. And I feel like it's suspicious the fact that Jamar keeps saying, you're such a gentleman, you're such a gentleman. I'm like, you saying that a little too much for me. I feel like Grant working with Duffy. Yeah, because I'm like, the only other people, like the people we don't really suspect are Duffy and Grant. And that's because we don't really want to suspect Grant because he's the bae. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm thinking it's multiple people working together. Because how would a broken phone be at the wedding, but she was outside with someone else? Why would there be a broken phone in the trash? Like, it could have been someone in the wedding and they're just like, hey, she's in the dressing room, now's a good time to call. But then why would it be broken? And then they're out there and she's just like, oh my gosh, he's cheating? What more information do you have? Scarlett's the only person that saw her out there, the person that her fiance was cheating on with. She didn't tell anybody. She's making sure that that person get the job done to take her away so that she could probably steal her man. But then we don't know who took Tanner out. It's a mess, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm so glad you're here, Jamario. I don't know how we would have made it through this without you. Or at least, I don't know how I would have. I feel the same way about you, Grant. Grant slips an arm around your shoulders, hugging you against his strong, warm body. You walk over to a floral stand where snow white star lilies and purple daisies spill over their tubs onto the sidewalk. The vendor, an old lady with weathered features and curly gray hair, waves and winks at Grant as he approaches. I'm not really that great at flower arrangements. Don't worry, Miss Chow will take care of you. She's an artist. You'll never see a more gorgeous bouquet. All you need to know is Kate's favorite color. That I can handle. She loves... I think she loves pink. I think, didn't she have a pink boa? Wait, didn't she have flowers on her table when we went to her apartment? Oh no. She loves, let's go with sunflowers, I'm guessing. That makes sense. She's such a sunny person after all. You know. Sounds like you know her pretty well. Do you see much of each other? Not really. Mostly I'd catch her when she was hanging out with Scarlett, but I've always liked her. She's hilarious. People around here can take themselves so seriously. It's refreshing to see someone who just wants life to be more fun. Miss Chow creates a beautiful arrangement around the flower you picked, then makes another for Grant that complements yours perfectly. Should we get these back to Kate? I can't wait for her to see how beautiful they look. I wonder if the flower choice made a difference. Absolutely, just as soon as we make one very important stop. Oh, well, we gotta go. He points to a fountain in the... Oh wait, they dyed the fountain pink in college. He points to a fountain in the middle of a small square and stone mermaid bursting up from the center. Pennies glitter beneath the water in a basin. Let me guess, we're making wishes? Never pass up the chance, right? There's a trick to it though. He takes a penny out of his pocket, turns so his back is to the fountain, kisses the penny and tosses it over his head. The penny flips through the air and lands in the water with a splash, slowly sinking to the bottom. Alright, your turn. Need me to demonstrate again? It's a very complex ritual, but I think I've got it. He offers you a penny. You take it, turn, kiss it, and throw it over your shoulder, turning around to watch it sink to the bottom. Dang, we can't pick a wish? So what did you wish for? Oh, to catch Kate's kidnapper for true love. No dice, I'm not telling. Right, aren't you not supposed to tell your wish? But we'll say to catch Kate's kidnapper. He nods, face somber. I wish to catch Tanner's killer, so probably we're hoping for the same thing. Now, why you only... Oh wait, they were friends, I forgot. Cause I'm like, how come you choosing Tanner over Kate? But nah, they were buddies. Double the wish power, double the chance it comes true, right? I sure hope so. I'm glad I didn't wish for love and all that stuff, cause I would not be thinking about love at a time like this. Grant's phone buzzes. He pulls it out, then frowns, clearly frustrated. Looks like I need to swing by my office for some paperwork. I swear half my clients still believe the internet's a series of tubes. But it's not far from here. Come with me? Kate's probably still resting anyway. Detour? Grant grins slyly. And it's private, if you know what I mean. Not us. A trip to Grant's office is a chance to connect with him in more ways than one. Y'all want to go to his office? We trying to go to the office. $30 diamonds? Alright, we're in. Yeah, taking all my money. You follow Grant down a series of side streets. So what exactly am I in for? Mahogany bookshelves, dark wood and leather, blindfolded statue of justice. Yeah, that's not really my style. Yeah, it looked like it might be a clue there. You arrive at a small office building with a charming historic facade, or facade? That's facade. Grant unlocks the door and lets you in. So this is where all the magic happens. Oh yeah, I can pull literally hours of boring paperwork out of my hat. He unlocks a desk drawer and rifles through some paper until he finds what he's looking for. As you wait, you glance around his office. Your gaze settles on a row of framed photos on the opposite wall. In the center is a picture of young Grant, lanky in a rumpled suit, smiling from ear to ear. What's this from? Oh, my dad took that after I wrapped up my first solo case. If you can't guess from the goofy grin, I won. What was the case about? I mean, it was literally my first case. It wasn't particularly impressive. Let me guess, you tackled multiple parking tickets, a hubcap thief, or a white-collar crime. I'll do the multiple parking tickets. As if I could have hoped to win against something so daunting. So tell me about it. There's honestly not a lot to tell. It was a pretty straightforward corporate embezzlement case, nothing sexy. But it made my father proud, and it felt good to win. So you're basically a modern-day legal superhero, fighting for the little guy, right? I wouldn't go that far, but I try to do my part. In the next photo, Grant stands near a shipping container. Police swarm around piles of plastic wrap, packages near the doors, some of them spilling open along the ground. Is that what I think it is? Is that... If you're thinking drug bust, then yeah, it is. It's the white stuff. Every once in a while, someone tries to run a shipment through Birchport. The cops usually catch them. Interesting. That was a pretty big shipment. Heroin and Special K. I represent a dock worker accused of helping the smugglers. Oh, that's a clue. I think the Sterlings are in the drug business, and Tanner knew something, and they had him killed. Right, not the Special K. You found the drug raid photo. Did he help them? Yeah, but he was just a kid, and he clearly had no idea what he was getting into. I got him probation. He's been clean since. So, is it time to head out, or... Grant smiles slowly, his eyes meeting yours. I don't know. Was there anything else you wanted to do here? Grant, don't you gotta do some work? Like, we went and got flowers. The flowers are wilting. Maybe. What's an offer? He steps towards you, taking your hand in his. Anything you want, Jamario. Oh, they getting spicy. What should we do? Should we kiss them? They getting spicy in the private office. We kiss? Okay, we're gonna kiss. I think you know what I want, Grant. Oh. You press your lips to Grant's, soft at first, then more urgently. He wraps an arm around you, pressing you against his muscular body. Jamario. Less talking, more kissing. You wrap your arms around Grant, kissing him passionately. He presses you up against the desk. You run your hands along the edge. So the do-gooder has a naughty side. I do when you're involved. You lay back on the desk, pulling him down on top of you. You relish the weight of his body pressing against you. God, yes, just like, whoa. Grant kisses his way across your jawline, down the side of your neck, his mouth hungry. He hooks his finger in the fabric of your top, pulling it down to nibble on your collarbone. How did we get here? Now this is my way. If only there was something we could do about that. Oof. Grinning, Grant reaches down to help you out of your clothes. Yeah. Better? Where did his clothes go? Where did his clothes go? Okay. Infinitely. Grant's kisses travel down your chest, his lips hot against your skin. You arch your back to meet his mouth. You arch your back to meet his mouth as it moves across your stomach, your hip bones. God, you're incredible. What should we do? Y'all want to keep this going or slow it down? We halfway there? Might as well. You look overdressed. Let me help you with that. You slip his shirt over his head, revealing his taut lines of his stomach. Better? Perfect. Exactly suited for the occasion. Grant leans down, his kisses tickling the skin of your neck. Is this against TOS? You run your hands over his back, nails just barely grazing the skin. You trace your fingers along his stomach, past his hips, then lower. Oh, wow. Oh, Lord. Hands caressing you, blah, 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 blah. Y'all can read it. Y'all can read it. The two of you linger that way for a while, kissing, caressing, bodies warm against one another. Aww. Sometime later, you're cuddling with one another on the desk. Grant looks up at the clock. Well, we did it, y'all. They had time with each other. We should get going. We did find the perfect flowers. Where are the flowers at? We shouldn't let them wilt before Kate sees them, right? I mean, they probably already wilted, child. Yeah, right, that. Now put some clothes on. You both get dressed. I promise, I really had it planned on this, but it is a pretty perfect end to our date. Couldn't agree more. So, onward to the hospital? Lead the way to see our friend that we just found hours ago. When you and Grant arrive at the hospital, Kate is awake again. I came bearing gifts and grants. Grant, it's so amazing of you to come. I hope Grant don't slip and say, I'm sorry about Tanner, because I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be very upset. He gives Kate a one-armed hug, then whips the flowers out from behind his back. Her face lights up at the sight. You guys, they're beautiful. Grant ducks into the bathroom to get some water for the bouquets when the door swings open. Walsh and Duffy burst into her room, Naomi right on their heels. Oh no. Sir, she needs to like double hockey sticks. The only thing this one needs is a long stay in a small cell. I knew it. I knew he was gonna be like, whatever, we're gonna throw her in jail. Sir, please, maybe you should. I mean, I'm not sure she knows about Tanner. Oh my god. Knows? You drooling moron. She killed him. Chief Walsh, no. What? Where do you... Jamario, what's going on? Tanner, he's not... he... Don't play dumb with me, you she-devil. No, no. Why would you say that? He can't be dead. You're lying. Kate stares at Walsh. She can see it in his eyes that he's telling the truth. She turns to you, trembling all over like a leaf in the wind. Oh, I hope this doesn't like make her be like, you lied to me, Jamario. Jamario, is this true? Is Tanner dead? Oh my god. I am so sorry. I didn't want you to find out like this. Oh my god. Kate buries her face in her hands. I would have told you. I just wanted to wait until you recover more. Oh my gosh. Her body shakes with sobs and you wrap your arms around her. Chief Walsh rolls his eyes and slow claps. Very touching, really. You could have a career on the stage. Oh my gosh. But that act isn't gonna work here. We've got a tidal wave of evidence against you, Missy? What? With all due respect, sir, Kate is a victim. We found her heavily sedated in a cabin basement. Yeah, and if you bothered with some proper police work for once, you have found the evidence for yourself, Silverhawk. It was all right there in the cabin where you saved her. Show him, Duffy. Yes, sir, I have it right here. I bet they planted something or they just made something up. Duffy reaches out, holding a bag with a long knife in it, the edge caked with dried blood. And that's the one that she felt like she stabbed her attacker with. Right? And they couldn't have possibly gotten the blood tested that quickly. Like, they can't. This right here is a knife used to kill Tanner Sterling. The blood on the blade is his. Oh, and they made her touch it, probably. They probably handed it to her. Oh no. And the prints on the handle are hers. Now, how did they have the... Oh lord. Oh jeez. This does not look good. Oh my god. Walsh dangles the bag in front of Kate's face. Now that's immature. You remember it, don't you, sweetheart? The knife you used to slit Tanner's throat? Ugh, he's so immature. Kate slaps her hand over her mouth. Oh no. She used it in self-defense? Kate would never have hurt Tanner. I'm gonna say that. Because she don't remember stabbing anybody, and we said she didn't stab anybody. She loved him, and she was imprisoned for Christ's sakes. That's just what she wants you to believe. But the truth is, she found out that he was cheating, she couldn't stand it, and she killed him. Hiding out in the cabin was just a setup. What? The doctors found drugs in her system. We've got the murder weapon plus 1 HE double hockey sticks of a motive. Duffy, why don't you show them the photos? Just in case anybody still feels like arguing. He glares at you pointedly. These are, well, a little indecent. He is garbage. Duffy awkwardly hands you a folder. Inside you see stills of Tanner and Scarlett indisposed. We saw those already. No need to show these to you, Kate, seeing as you're the one who took them. What? It must have eaten away at you watching those two go at it on his yacht. One of the many things you wanted for yourself. Oh my gosh. Oh, he sucks. Kate shakes her head again and again, but it's like she lost the ability to speak. He's just rubbing it in her face. I'll give you this much. You crafted 1 HE double hockey sticks of an alibi. Faking your own kidnapping, waiting until everyone's convinced something happened to you to take your revenge. Stop it. None of this is true. Honestly, Walsh, you can't really believe this. Sir, I think we need to take more time to investigate. He sticks his nose up in the air, as though none of you said a word. Read her rights, Duffy. What? What? This can't be happening. There's no way you have enough evidence. You have the right to remain silent. I've got a winning case here, Mr. Emerson. You're a big shot lawyer. You should know that. He don't, though. Her hands were tied. She's bloodied and bruised. And she has drugs in his... Where the doctor at? Let the doctors explain. Now, Silverhawk, clear the scene. I refuse. He's like, what? He stares at her, briefly stunned. Then, fine, I'll clear it myself. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. Walsh shoves you out the door. You try to resist, but Grant shakes his head. Don't fight him, Jamario. It'll only make things worse. We'll beat him in a court of law. That's a promise. You turn frantic. Kate's sitting on her bed, tears streaming down her face, and she's been handcuffed to the bed. Wow. We'll find the real killer, Kate. We'll clear your name, I promise. Oh my god. Wow, the knife. That is wild. I don't like that cop. I don't like how he just is like, he's making up stuff and saying it as true. That he's terrible. And then he's running for sheriff. Like, he sucks.